What's up YouTube? For tonight I have a full red team. Now this is a little introduction video, well it's going to be a battle, but it's going to introduce me doing my Gen 2 gym leader themes. If you guys want to see this, guys and girls want to see this, guys, girls and others want to see this, drop a like on the video below and comment, tell me if you want to see it. If you've got any theme teams you want to do as well, you'd like me to see, just drop them below too. Usual guys, highest thumbs up comment will be the winner. Got a couple more people to cover and such, so I've decided to mix it up a bit. I'm going to do like a gym leader theme, then a few winners, so we've got like a different mix of videos and stuff every day. Okay, so I decided to start with Pikachu in this battle because that's how Red starts off his team. It's like, what is it, level 80 or 81 Pikachu. Okay, I was a little bit worried about Sucker Punch, but bugger it, I stayed in and went for Volt Switch anyway. Gliscor is going to come in and absorb that move. Right, fortunately I had HP Ice on here and I was like, sweet, this is really, really awesome. I'm going to be able to take Gliscor out early. And I'm like, that wasn't super effective. And I had HP Dark instead of HP Ice. So I'm crying at the moment because my Pikachu is crying too. He hated that Earthquake. That's how it is. I had the wrong hidden power. Oh, that really, really sucked. Anyway, so that Gliscor should definitely be dead by now, but it's not. I'm going to send out my Blastoise, which is Choice Scarfed. Going to go for the Water Spout here. Oh god, that was such a fail. Okay, so Water Spout does just a little bit under half there. I can see it doesn't have like leftovers or anything. I'm wondering what I had. Maybe it's got Assault Vest. I don't know. That would be a strange item on floors because it's got so many good status moves on it. It's going to go for the Moonblast there. So that's pretty much what Water Spout wrecked. But I got rid of the Flogs, which was quite handy there. And that I get the crit then when I need it before. It's so typical. Anyway, so that's down to it's one Pokemon down a piece. So out comes Azumarill. I'm like, oh, this is going to get a free belly drum on the swap for sure. Obviously, I can't stand for that one. My best swap in here was my Venusaur. This is my defensive Venusaur. It's like max health, max defense. Okay, so it does get the belly drum up here. Now, I know that I've got higher base speed if it doesn't have any speed in it, which it clearly doesn't because it wouldn't have gone for the Aqua Jet regardless. So even that crit there, that didn't take me out, and I'm just going to Giga Drain. And yeah, that's Azumarill out of here. That's awesome. I'm very happy getting rid of that Pokemon for sure. A little bit of health left over from stealing that from Azumarill, so that's another poke down. Okay, so things are going pretty good at the moment. I've got Black Sludge and Lefties on this. Okay, so out comes the Bishop. It's going to set up the Sword Dance here. Since this is my physical wall, I didn't really want to swap out. I know that it'll probably have like Sucker Punch or something like that, so I just set up Leech Seed. That was my best option here. Okay, so I was thinking, is it going to go for another Sword Dance or is it going to attack me? I could quite easily go for another Sword Dance, or I could go for, I try and set up my Venusaur. I wanted to make use of all this Venusaur set. It's going to go for Knock Off this turn, so that's going to nearly take me out. Wow, I live on 5 health, knocks off my Black Sludge. I was going to set up Ingrain there and get like crazy recovery, but it didn't really matter. I had a feeling I'd actually go down. So this Bishop was a bit of a problem here. The best move I could have used against it was like Giga Drain. Even if I use Synesis, it was going to take me out the next turn. So that's what it is anyway. So Venusaur is going to go down to that one. So I had my a Pokemon that I was going to try and get around this Charizard, because obviously it's a lot faster, so it's going to go for Sucker Punch. I D-Dance here, predicting that, which is good. Now it was just a mind game thing. Was I going to go for the Dragon Dance again, or was I going to go for an actual Fire type move on the Bishop? Yeah, this was the little mind games thing. I decided to attack straight away because they might predict me going for another one. It was a big risk and it paid off, so I'm going to Fire Punch there and take the Bishop out. I'm going over Flare Blitz so I don't get any like recoil damage because I've already got Life Orb on this set. Okay, so things are going nicely. Out comes Gliscor. I've got a D-Dance up, so this should do like a fair whack of damage. It may have like Stone Edge or something, but a lot of the time it doesn't. It's just like one of those toxic stalling sets. This doesn't have a Toxic Orb, which really surprised me. I'm not sure why. I don't know. Maybe they've got a different set on it. I wasn't really sure. It's very rare you don't see one with a Toxic Orb and making use of it. Poison. Okay, so it's going to swap out here, and it's going to go into Talonflame. That's going to take my Fire Punch. It's still going to do a fair whack of damage to it. It does just under half, so I'm quite happy with that. It's if Talonflame's got a lot of recall moves as well, so that's going to only help me out. Okay, I got that toxic damage and that Life Orb. Don't really want to lose my Charizard yet. So I'm going to swap into Blastoise. I've already lost a bit of health there. Talonflame is going to U-turn here, probably expecting my swap there because I was thinking the Brave Bird priority would definitely take out my Charizard. Okay, so there's not much to actually swap into, so the last poke they have is a Nidoking. So I'm thinking it's going to go for like T-Bolt or something, but they do like a double swap there, which is really interesting. I just went for Ice Beam. Maybe they're trying to... I'm not sure what they were doing there, but I just went for Ice Beam thinking that. Talonflame swaps into the Ice Beam. It does take it, and it's going to go for Brave Bird here, so I guess that's alright. I just left Blastoise in for a bit of fodder there. Okay. Mate, I wasn't sure if they predicted, if they knew that I was Choice Scarf, because I didn't really reveal it. I mean, the only time I used it was against the Florgs, so... Maybe they suspected it. Anyway, obviously because Water Spout, you want a lot of health, so Choice Scarf is a viable item for that. Okay, so I just sacked my Charizard. It wasn't really too much use anymore, but that recoil got rid of Talonflame, so I was very happy with that one. So we've both got 2 Pokemon left remaining. I've still got my Snorlax, and I've still got my Espeon left. And now this Espeon that I made was really, really cool. Okay, so this is a Curse Espeon. I know you're thinking like, what the hell, but it works in situations. You've got the Magic Bounce as well, so you can bounce all that other stuff off, which is cool, so you can't get statused. Okay, Earthquake from Gliscor, and they're still not doing anything to me now because I've got a Curse up. Got lefties on this set too. I max at Special Defense and Health out. It's got some nice Special Defense, and it's got reasonable health. It's getting over 300 at level 100. Got to set my second Curse up here, so things are rolling along really nicely. Now, Espeon has only one Psychic Stab physical attack, and it's a tutor move, which is Zen Headbutt, so that's what I was going to roll with, again, if that Nidoking did come in. So Gliscor finally withdraws. Not that I blame him, because most of the time there wasn't like a lot of options here. So Nidoking is going to come in. I got my third Curse up, so that's pretty good. My attack's not so bad now that I've got a +3. Okay, so I decided here to go for Zen Headbutt. I just want to get rid of the Nidoking. I had my Snorlax waiting as well. It was actually a Choice Band set with Retaliate, so you can imagine how powerful that is. And a lot of the time it's tanking a lot of hits. Sludge Wave does heaps to me because it's Nidoking, Sheer Force Life Orb obviously, and that's going to absolutely destroy Nidoking, so that's sweet. That's down. So all we've got left here is the Gliscor. I'm thinking even if I deliberately get critted or deliberately let myself die, I can just swap Snorlax in and go for Retaliate, and that's going to do like, Gliscor's going to have to be at full health to even get close to living that. Right, anyway, so it's going to swap in and use Earthquake again. Haven't revealed that I've got any recovery, and of course I've got recovery. I love my recovery moves. I've got Morning Sun on this too, so I've got Morning Sun, Curse, Zen Headbutt, and I've also got one more move on it. In case the Dark type came in, that would be really bad. So it actually, all the EV line gets a Last Resort, so I thought that'd be good because a lot of the time you would be using all 3 of those moves. You have to use Curse, you have to use Moonlight. You probably will use Zen Headbutt because it's your main stab, and if something else comes in, Last Resort. It's got a nice high base power too. So I thought it would work fairly well on this team. I mean, it's only walled by like Steel types, but everything has a counter, I guess. Okay, so Gliscor is going to continue going for Earthquakes against my Espeon. I laugh as I get my Morning Sun up, so good morning, sunshine, Gliscor. I hope you enjoy that one. So now I'm all ready to go. I can just go for my Last Resorts now. So I've used every one of my moves. So yeah, obviously with Last Resort, you have to use all 3 moves or all the other moves in your move set. Okay, right. So you go for a Last Resort there, and I'm thinking here, well, that's pretty much game. It could use Roost and try and storm me out, but then again, I could just use Curse and stuff and get my attack up even higher, because I'm not even max attack at the moment. I think I'm only like 4. I've still got 2 more to do. But anyway, that's Gliscor down, and that is game. So I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. There were some really crazy sets on here. Really enjoyed using this team too. I have got another battle coming with Red's team. I had just 2 really good ones I wanted to put up there, so stay tuned for that one later on this week, or maybe next week. I'm not sure, whenever I get to it. But that's about all, guys. Thanks for taking the time out for watching my videos. Peace out.